What the hazard? What the hazard? We wildin' safe, yeah, we wildin'.
Yo, what's good, safety fam? Welcome back to another episode of What the Hazard, the only show that makes safety cool, calls out the myths, and prevents injuries with one did you know at a time. Today, we're taking a flamethrower to one of the biggest lies in the modern workplace. Safety doesn't apply to me. Yeah, I'm talking to you, the office heroes, the sales reps, the customer service pros, and even some of y'all up in leadership. This episode is for you. How many times have you heard it? I'm not at the job site. I don't use tools. I'm just in the office. Well, let me tell you, you may not look like you're in danger, but hazards, they don't care about your job title. And in a lot of cases, y'all are doing the most dangerous work there is because you think you're not.
Skip and say what? Man, you heard me. Come again, say what?
So let's break this down. The National Safety Council says over 33% of workplace injuries are caused by slips, trips, and falls. And guess what? Most of these happen on flat ground, inside, and often in office settings, not in factories, not on roofs, on tile, on carpet, in break rooms, in your hallways. Then there's ergonomic injuries, the sneakiest villains in the game. I call them the silent killers. They account for 1 in every 3 reported injuries in the US. That's back pain, carpal tunnel, herniated discs, eye strain, and more. Here's the real kicker. Most people think those ergonomic injuries are just part of getting old. But the truth is, that carpal tunnel may be from 15 years of poor typing posture at your desk. Oh, and lower back pain? That's your chair failing you since 2008. Let's talk about hearing loss, since we think hearing loss is something we associate with old age as well.
My new hearing
Sometimes,
aids are great. I can now hear the safe word.
sometimes it's long-term exposure to answering phones, open offices, loud HVACs, or listening to AirPods turned all the way up for years. You chalk it up to age, but the real cause is years of ignoring the warning signs. See, these injuries take the long route. They sneak in slow, and by the time you notice them, they've already unpacked and made themselves at home. But let me ask you something. Who's more likely to slip? The guy operating his forklift who does his daily inspections and checks every corner before moving? Or Karen from accounting power walking across a marble floor in heels with a laptop, her coffee, and a bagel? I'll wait. Forklift drivers are constantly getting trained on hazards. But office workers, y'all be living wild.
Nobody can do the thing like I do. Nobody can do the thing like I do. Nobody can do like I do. Nobody can do like I do.
So we got to stop this idea that safety and safety training and safety activities are only for dangerous jobs. Safety isn't about hammers and hard hats. It's about habits. It's about awareness. It's about how you set up your workstations, how you walk the floors, and how you carry yourself throughout the day. Because the truth is, complacency is far more dangerous than a forklift. So if you're sitting in your office right now, or even at your home working remote, check for these things. Also, report hazards. Move and stretch regularly. Remember, motion is lotion. And ensure you're using the right equipment. And to my leaders out there, don't just support safety, model it. Safety does not care if you're wearing steel toes or Steve Maddens. It doesn't care if you're wearing a hammer or a headset. And it definitely doesn't care about your job title. The injury risk isn't about how hard your work is, it's about how thoughtful you work. The next time you hear someone say safety doesn't apply to me, look them in the eye and remind them you don't need a chainsaw to get hurt. Your desk is doing a fine job already. And that's it for this episode of What the Hazard? This hit home. Do me a favor. Share it with your office crew. Post it on your team's chats. And play it during your next team meetings. Let's flip the narrative and show that safety isn't about danger. It's about doing it right. I'm Eddie, and you already know what it is. Stay safe,
When your
stay
safety's
sharp,
low and the risk's too
stay
high,
ready.
call OccuPros, we don't just try. Oh, oh. We train your team and inspect the floor, fixing what's wrong so you're safe for sure.